Hi everyone, Ryan here, Ion Capital Solutions. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you about why your deal's not funding, okay? And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not the lender's fault, it's not the client's fault, it's your fault, all right? Maybe not what you wanted to hear, but let's talk about it. Okay, so I guess the best place to start would be to state your role in this, right? And it's pretty self-explanatory, especially with your visual here, but you are the middleman, so to speak, between the borrower and the lender. However, it's not as simple as you just finding somebody who wants money and forwarding them to the lender. That's not how it works. You see, your job is to identify fundable candidates for your lender partner. Okay? You're acting on behalf of the lender. You're finding interested parties, but then you need to qualify those parties and provide consultation and help those parties understand what they need to do in order to qualify for funding. You need to underwrite the file for yourself to be able to ascertain as to whether or not there's a fundable deal before you send the deal to a lender. When you don't do that, you end up trying to fit a square peg through a round hole, and it doesn't work. And then you get frustrated at the lender because the deal's not getting funded. Your client gets frustrated with you because the deal's not getting funded. And so you try to go somewhere else. So you try to get another broker involved and you go down the daisy chain. The problem is you, okay? And we have to be responsible as brokers, right? Take responsibility. It's our job, not somebody else's job to get the deal done. If there's a fundable deal, and we need to be able to identify whether or not there's a fundable deal. So when you get all frustrated and take on the emotions of the client and start getting frustrated with your lender partner, your lender is thinking exactly this: know your role and shut your mouth. Okay, wrestling fans, there you go. All right, but it's the truth. Your job is to bring them fundable deals, not to just send them deals and hope that they fund. And when your client is thinking the exact same thing, when they bring a file to you and you forward to a lender and it doesn't work out, and then they find out from the lender that the deal's not going to fund for X amount of reasons, or they get an offer back that's not at all in line with what they hoped for, that's your fault. That's not the lender's fault. And when you say to the client, "Oh, I didn't know," or or you get mad back at the client, or you try and blame it on the lender, the client's going to think the same thing. Know your role and shut your mouth, because this was on you. So, as loan brokers, we need to take responsibility for these things. We need to be realistic about the outcome. We need to stop being salespeople and start being consultants. We are not selling a product. We are not saying to the client, "Hey, we have great products here. This is what our average interest rate is. This is what our average term length is. You interested? Great. Fill out the form I'm forwarding to the lender." That is not loan brokering. That is not how it works. We need to be consultants. We need to explain to the client what options are available to them in the alternative funding marketplace. Not one product. Niche salesmanship doesn't work. You need to understand all of the products, the whole of the space, understand their needs, be able to help them navigate the space in order to get the funding they need. But that's only if there's a fundable deal. That's only if they have good cash flow, if they have assets that they can utilize as collateral, if the asset they're trying to acquire, in the case of acquiring financing, if it's realistic. You need to understand these things. You need to be a consultant. And when you understand that, you start making money. And it all begins with asking the right questions when you're talking to these clients, not just trying to get them to forward you the deal so you can forward to a lender. That is not how it works. And understanding what questions to ask, right? How do you know? Where did you get your education from? Right? I hope you're just not utilizing the ISO packet you got, the capabilities packet that you got from the lender. That's not enough. They're expecting that you're a professional, that you understand how this stuff works. The lender I'm talking about, they're not going to fully educate you, right? So you need to become an underwriter. You need to understand how to analyze financials, calculate affordability, assess risk, spot fraud, understand assets, appraisal, the resale of assets in the case of default. These are the things that you need to know. Not depending on the lender for. You need to know. Okay? It's not sexy, doesn't sound fun. Too bad. That's the truth. Anybody telling you anything different, change your life, the career of your dreams, you're going to be a millionaire, they're just lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. This is how it works. If you want to make money in this industry, you need to know these things. If you don't know these things, you're not going to make money in the industry. And that's just it. And if that's too much, then don't get involved in the industry. You know? That's just the truth of it. Okay? Now, obviously, I want you to work in the industry, and obviously there's resources for you here at Ion Capital Solutions, but there's a giant truth bomb, okay? And anybody who wants to be successful in this space, you have to accept that reality, okay? So the building blocks of success start with learning, and continued success begins and ends with learning. You can't stop learning, okay? So if you want to learn more about how this process actually works, if you want to become an expert consultant, if you want to learn how to properly qualify, if you want to learn how to underwriting, if you want to learn all of the products in the marketplace, if you want to learn how to go to market for free and not buy leads and not pay for advertising, if you want to learn all these things, well, take a look in the description, schedule a call. Let's hop on the phone. Let's talk about it. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Wishing you all the best of luck. Hopefully you get a good deal. You fund a deal. You earn a commission. I'm pulling for you. All right. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next video.